We have sacrificed so much. Yet the war for sanctuary
What is up, everyone? It's the last one here. Today we are finally stepping foot into the Skovos Isles. This is the expansion we've been waiting for, Lord of Hatred. We aren't just here for the loot. We're here to see how Mephisto has absolutely wrecked this civilization. Let's look at the map. It's massive, and the verticality is unlike anything in the base game. Check out this new class mechanic. I'm playing the Warlock, and notice the dual resource bar, Wrath and Domination. I'm using infernal chains to group these enemies up, which builds my domination. Once that hits max, I can literally turn one of these elites into a temporary pet. It's a total game changer for solo players. The devs really balance this well. You can't just spam your big hits, you have to manage the hatred meter. Or you actually start taking chip damage yourself. It's high risk, high reward gameplay. Walking through a destroyed temple with glowing purple runes. Look at the environmental storytelling here. These runes? That's Mephisto's signature. Lore-wise, he's not just killing people, he's making them turn on each other. If you read this tablet here, it explains that the Amazon Queen actually surrendered to avoid a civil war, but it didn't matter. The hatred spreads like a virus. You thought Lilith was the nightmare? You were wrong. Behind the daughter stands the father of hatred. And in April 2026, he isn't just coming back. He's bringing all of Sanctuary down with him. Welcome to Lord of Hatred. We are leaving the dry steppes behind and heading deep into the suffocating jungles of Nahantu. But look closely at these frames. Blizzard is hiding something in the shadows. Do you see that glow? That isn't holy light. That is the corruption of Karast, and it looks like the map is twice as big as the leaks suggested. But here's the part no one is talking about. There is a secret mechanic hidden in the new mercenary system. Rumor has it, one of these companions isn't who they say they are. Could we be looking at the return of a legendary hero from Diablo II? Or is Mephisto already pulling our strings? I've analyzed the frame-by-frame teasers, and what I found changes everything we know about the ending of the base game. Diablo IV, Lord of Hatred is a major expansion pack for the action role-playing dungeon-crawling game, Diablo IV. Developed and published by Blizzard Entertainment. It is the second major expansion for the game, following Vessel of Hatred. It is set to be released on April 28, 2026, for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Diablo IV, Lord of Hatred was announced at the Game Awards 2025 on December 11, 2025. The expansion will add the region of Skovos and feature the Paladin as a new playable class, and an additional unrevealed second class, which was later revealed to be the Warlock. Gameplay changes include overhauled endgame activities and new gear crafting from the Heradric Tube, returning from prior titles. It is expected to be released on April 28, 2026. Sanctuary was born from rebellion, a fragile refuge between heaven and hell. Though Lilith was defeated, her legacy endures as Neyreli struggles to contain Mephisto, the prime evil of hatred. Now his power stirs once more, spreading corruption toward the sacred isles of Skovos and threatening all of Sanctuary. Once outcasts and sinners, the Paladins were reborn through the Wardens of Light, an order devoted to defending Sanctuary, free from corruption and greed. Wield divine justice, restore hope to the innocent, and strike down evil in every corner of the world. The Arbiter. Channel the purest form of light to ascend into angelic form, gaining divine speed and righteous clarity. Move like a blade of light through the ranks of the damned, and let every strike serve as divine judgment. The Zealot. Fuel your faith through unrelenting fury. The Zealot rushes headlong into battle, wielding fervor and conviction as both weapon and armor. Each strike burning brighter, each victory feeding the flame of devotion. The Judicator. Rain down celestial punishment from above. The Judicator commands the light's destructive potential, unleashing holy bombardments that chain through enemies like a divine tempest, cleansing corruption in brilliant fire. The Juggernaut. Become the embodiment of holy resilience. The Juggernaut turns defense into divine offense, each blow absorbed fueling an even greater retribution. Stand firm, unyielding, and let the armies of hell break upon you. Feared, hunted, and misunderstood. Warlocks are masters of forbidden knowledge, who bend demons and the powers of hell to their unbreakable will. They do not serve hell, they weaponize it. Through relentless discipline and iron resolve, warlocks tear open the veil between worlds, binding demonic forces to protect sanctuary by wielding the very corruption that threatens it. Legion. Unleash an endless tide of demonic onslaught. The Legion Warlock overwhelms the battlefield with expendable horrors, summoning swarms of hellspawn to drown enemies in chaos. Each creature is a weapon, each sacrifice a calculated step toward domination. Vanguard. Lead from the front as a living engine of destruction. The Vanguard Warlock dives headlong into battle, transforming into a hulking monstrosity that commands demons through sheer force of will. Wreathed in hellfire, you become the spear point of annihilation. Mastermind. Control the fight from the shadows. The Mastermind exerts precise dominion over demons and enemies alike, manipulating the battlefield through fear, suppression, and calculated cruelty. Strike unseen, undermine your foes, and let their defeat unfold exactly as planned. Ritualist. Weave ruin through forbidden rites and devastating rituals. The Ritualist twists hellish energies into catastrophic spells, chaining sacrifices, hexes, and arcane calamities into overwhelming payoffs. With every ritual completed, the world edges closer to doom. When Lord of Hatred releases, all players will experience reshaped hero progression with deeper customization and new tools for mastery. Major skill tree reworks, including new skill variants for every class, along with level cap increases, will refresh how you customize and build power. Plus, a new loot filter will ease the discovery of desired items across Sanctuary. Lord of Hatred includes the full Vessel of Hatred expansion. Pre-purchase and instantly unlock Diablo IV's first expansion and experience the events that set Mephisto's dark ambitions into motion. Command the primal fury of the Spiritborn, venture into the untamed wilds of Nahantu, and rally mercenaries to your cause as you push back against the encroaching darkness. Alright, here we go. This is the Echo of Mephisto. Phase 1 is all about dodging those shadow projectiles. Watch the floor. When the ground turns purple, you have exactly 2 seconds to get to the outer ring. Action sequence. Whew, that was close. I'm popping my ultimate now. See how the Warlock Shadow Realm slows him down? That's your window to DPS. We got the kill, and look at that, a sacred Skovos greatsword. The stats on this are insane for a physical build. Overall, this expansion feels way darker and more tactical than the previous seasons. If you're a lore nerd like me, you're going to spend hours reading every scroll in this zone. The prime evil is watching. If you want to survive the jungle and master the Spiritborn before the launch on April 28th, you need to stay ahead of the curve. Hit that subscribe button right now, because in the next video, I'm breaking down the forbidden build that might just break the Lord of Hatred expansion. You are watching the last one.